Good morning, class. How are you, everyone? I hope you all are fine and stay at home. Dear students, I welcome you again in your IT subject. So, today we are going to start our third unit. The name of our third unit is the Information Technology. So, let's start with our unit. So, in this unit, our first topic is the operating system. Basically, the first program that loads on a computer when you switch on your system is called the operating system. So, operating system is a program that acts as an interface between software and a computer hardware. So, operating system is an interface between application and a hardware. It also manages computer hardware resources and it can provide various type of services for a computer program. So, application programs require on operating system includes various types of functions like user, application, operating system or a hardware. So now let's discuss all these functions one by one. So here is the structure of operating system which includes hardware, software, system programs and then application programs. So our first function or our first structure of an operating system is called the hardware. Basically, hardware consists of the CPU, main memory, input output devices, etc. A second function or a second structure of operating system is called the software. It includes process management, memory management, input output units, file management, etc. Now our third one is the system programs. It consists of the various types of layers like compilers, assemblers and linkers. Our fourth one is the application program. Basically, this is dependent on the user's need and it is totally dependent on the instructions that was given by the user. So, my dear students, in short, operating system is a program or a software that helps to run our program and it also keeps all the files and folders at a particular place. Operating system includes various types of functions like processor management, memory management, device management, file management, security, job scheduling and the detection of errors. So our next one is the what are the various types of operating system. So there are the various types. Our first one is the graphical user operating system. It is also called a GUI. Here G stands for graphical, U stands for user and I stands for a interface. Basically, GUI is based on the mouse based operating system. Here a user can performs the various type of tasks without typing the keys. Here the user can give the command by clicking on the mouse button. So this is the basic features of the GUI. Next one is the multitasking operating system. Here the ability to perform more than one task at a single time is called a multitasking operating system. Next one is the distributed operating system. So this type of system is extensively used across all over the world with the help of various types of devices like internet facilities, modem, etc. Next one is the multi-user types of operating system. Here This system allows more than one user to use the same computer at the same time. Next one is the multiprocessor operating system. Here, at the same time, the system uses multi processors. Like a user can play a music working on the Excel sheets, also working on the Word document. So it is called a multiprocessor system. It means at a single time it can do a multiple task and a multiple activities. So our next concept is the starting Windows 7. Students, when you log in to your computer or to your desktop or in your system, you provides your user account name or a password. Why? Because it can verify that you are an authorized person or not. So Windows 7 is an operating system which in which a program that lets you run your computer. Basically, a program is a set of instructions written for a computer, and a Microsoft was developed on 22nd July in the year 2009. So this slide shows you a working of a various files which includes in the Windows 7 desktop. Basically, this slide shows you a picture of a desktop, that how desktop looks like it consists of various types of icons, start menu, taskbar, start button, notification area, and date and time icon. So all these features are included in your desktop. So now question arises that what is the meaning of icons, folders, files, taskbar, etc. So you can create files and folders on the desktop by clicking on the folder or files button. There is an one component which includes in Windows 7 is the taskbar. Basically, it is an horizontal bar on the bottom of the screen. So this area is called a taskbar. Now next one is the start button. Start button is your launching point where when you can communicate with your computer. It also includes various types of components like recycle bin, files, folders, etc. So Windows that display the desktop, it acts as your work area. So your work area is called your desktop. It also includes various types of icons, small images, files, and folders. Basically, a folder is a component that helps you to organize your file, and the taskbar is a horizontal bar which appears at the bottom of your screen. So students, when you finish working on your computer or on your system, it is very important that you must shut it down with the proper following rules. So proper way of shutting down the computer always prevents loss of data and the damage to Windows. So it is very important that when you finish your work, you can be properly shut down your computer and save all your files and documents. So your window also consists of the various types of files. So our question arises that what is the meaning of a file system? Basically, a file system defines the ways in which files are named and where they are placed. So it is called the file system. Basically, file system includes proper arrangement of files and folders with their proper name. So if you want to create a new folder, so you have to simply click the right button, then this type of screen appears. Now you have to click on the new button. After this you can click on the folder button. So by clicking on these buttons you can easily create a new folder on your desktop. Like if you want to rename your folder, you have to simply right click on the folder, then this type of screen appears which consists of the various folders like send to, cut, copy, create shortcut, delete or a rename. So by clicking on the various options you can easily rename your folder, delete your folder, copy your folder, etc. So these are the various features which includes in the Windows 7. So in the end I want to say that Windows 7 plays a very important role. Why? Because it consists of the various types of functions, features, components, etc. Thank you. Have a nice day.